My name is Romi, and in this video I'm going to be talking about austerity and expansionary fiscal policy. And from looking at today's economic climate, I thought that this would be an interesting video to make, since many governments around the world now have a budget deficit. So, austerity. Austerity is a set of political economic policies that aim to reduce the government's budget deficit through reductions in spending and an increase in tax revenue. But the problem with austerity is that it causes the economy to slow down. As spending decreases, economic growth slows and the tax revenue decreases, which could make your budget deficits worse. Now, an expansionary fiscal policy is like the opposite to austerity. This is when the government's spending is greater than its tax revenue, thereby injecting cash into the economy, increasing aggregate demand and reducing unemployment. This is used when a deflationary gap exists, and a deflationary gap is when the levels of aggregate demand are insufficient to lead to full employment. And for your information, aggregate demand is the total demand for all goods and services within an economy. So Maynard Keynes was one of the first economists to suggest using an expansionary fiscal policy, as he observed during the Great Depression that a fall in wages will not lead to employers taking on more workers if demand is weak. Thus, the state should create demand by running a large budget deficit, creating jobs via raising loans and using that money to fund public works. Lowering spending when an economy is in decline may only worsen your deficit. Furthermore, by creating jobs and works, the state saves money that it would have otherwise spent on public benefits, and more jobs equals more tax revenue. It should also be noted that since 2011, the US has adopted expansionary fiscal policy and its economy has grown by 2.5%. Likewise, the EU has adopted austerity and its economy has shrank by 1%. So this COVID-19 fiasco has caused many economies around the world to go into a temporary decline. So you can ask yourself, what type of economic policies do you think would be best to cause your economy to pick back up again? Austerity or expansionary fiscal policy?